Hi guys, this is Heidi, Stitching Faye, back with another Flosstube number 13. Today is the January 21st Saturday, and I'm recording later on days, so the sunlight is a little bit different, but this was the only time I had a chance. My son just went to a birthday party and gave me an opportunity. It's only my daughter at home. I wanted to record something because next week I won't be able to, and even though I like more sunny room to record it, I thought like if I do it now or I have to wait another week and a half to record. I wanted to update what I worked on since last time I showed my WIP updates. And as I was putting things together, I realized one thing. I worked on one theme of stitchings, old samplers. I've been stitching seasonal since October, then Halloween, and then I started stitching on Thanksgiving. After that, I was doing Christmas, winter, so I believe I wanted some change. So I've been working few of my samplers that gave me an idea to do sampler parade, WIP parade. I'll show all my samplers I have worked on since I showed last time, and all the samplers I have, WIPs. I also have the kitted stuff. I put it together, but I think it's gonna be too long. So what I'm gonna do, I'll try to do two videos. One with the WIPs I have started, and one kitted samplers only. And I might just do it today if sun works with me. If not, I'll try to do it tomorrow, and I'll upload two videos instead of one. And that way, if my phone is oldish, if it goes over 1 hour, upload time goes 6 hours. Or it won't even upload. So that's why I try to cut off 115, 120, because my phone doesn't want to cooperate with me. So I'm gonna try not to talk too much about stuff, show it. So this way I'll keep it in 1 hour, at least under 1 hour. And if I have time, I'll record the second video. If not, we'll see. January 21st, 2023. I'm saying that because in case later on someone watches it, if the pattern is out of print, or you want, if for my reference too, to see where I was beginning of the year, this is a good reference point for me to see where this project was beginning of the year, where is end of the year. And I'm gonna try to do it with my other projects too. With the mirrors, I'll do it in May. With the other ones, I might just wait a few videos later, but so I'm trying to divide, so I won't have a 3-4 WIP parades like part 1, part 2, part 3 like I did last time. And that's how I decided to work it out. So I'm gonna start with my first project, my new start, and I started it with Blackbird Designs. Okay, the light is okay. Blackbird Designs Mother's Garden. I had this whole time, but I just picked up now. It says a bunch of initials, and instead of putting only my mother's or my stepmom's initials, I decided all the women in my life, girls also, their initials I'm gonna put it. Mine as well. So I'm gonna put, we are 4 sisters, all 4 of our initials. There's a 12 places for initials. I'm gonna put all 4 sisters' initials. I have 2 nieces, I have a daughter, I have my mom's initial, I have a stepmom, and I think that those are the initials I'm planning to stitch it on, but I'll do it at the end. I worked on a 40 count Picture This Plus Tahoe, and I started it on the 14th, few days ago. So this is the newest start. Flosses I used mostly what called for, but if I did not have it, I substituted with whatever I have hand dyed with me. Except for the crows, I used the silk that I had it for a long time. My husband got it for me, a whole bunch of floss one time, and this was one of those. And it's the most beautiful blue black silk I have had. So far I worked this much. And for the block, I mean the bird, it's a blue block. I have this Silken Colors Midnight. I should not put the price. Silken Colors for the birds. Blackbird design, Mother's Love. This is one of the smaller ones, and I'm hoping I can finish it this year. I have quite a bit samplers. I started it. I didn't even realize I had that many started it, but would be nice to finish some. Well, I'm gonna start, but would be nice to have some more finishes. Last year was good because I had a lot of older ones that I had to just stitch a little bit, and I would have been finished. They would have been finished. So this year, let's see. That's how I'm planning to do it. Right now, I'm working on this one, Blackbird design. Oh, Joyous Day. I believe it came out 2020 or 2019. It says 2019. I'm not sure if it came out 2020, but the date says 2019. It came out 2020, but it was stitched 2019, I guess. It was a market release, and I am, let me see. I'm gonna put away as I go so it won't get too crazy for me. Again, for this, I'm working with the hand dye floss. If I had it called for, I used it. If not, I substituted in the spirit of the suggested color. And I'm working on 40 count. Picture this plus Ancient. So pretty. Hopefully it's not washing out. The lights are way different than I like. Usually I like natural lights. Oops. But time. And picture this plus. And I also been working on this beauty for a few days now. Owl Forest Embroidery, Southland. I got this, I believe 2019 or 2019 for from Russia. The whole not whole kit. I think I got the flosses and the pattern. I love their pattern. I mean their flosses. I love their pattern too, but their flosses, they have a unique variegation. And I wish at that time I did not know. I would have bought a bunch of floss. They are so pretty. Oh, this is the chart. Owl Forest Embroidery Southland. And I'm working on 32 count Belfast linen cream with their company floss, our Owl Forest Embroidery floss. Basically, I started the middle. Last year I did not work on it, but I had this much done on the side like this. I had all of it done. So what I worked on is the bottom motifs. I'm gonna do another square here and goes up. So that's the size of it, up to here. And I'm working right now the middle one. Oops, yeah. And my string, middle of it. When I get tired, I just stop. Even if I did not finish the string, I don't push myself. This is Southland. Also, it has the Northland. It's very pretty. I can get the PDF chart from French company on Etsy, but the floss makes the design look unique. I'm not sure if I wanna stitch it with my own conversion because, like I said, their floss is very highly variegated, and I don't know their dyeing process, but I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to match it. So Let's finish this one first, then I'll figure out if I want to do another one or not. I have enough to keep me busy for a few years. Hopefully by then we can purchase it. All right, I worked also a lot on the Red House sampler by the Sampler company, Brenda Keys. I believe she's a UK-based designer, but you can get it from Kitten Stitcher. That's where I got it. I have seen it on Etsy too. So this is an available pattern, and she charts with DMC. She also gives you the card with all the floss. This is all the colors. This is so pretty. This is how I worked on. She provided the card. And I am working on 40 count Verdal, white Verdal even weave. This is a very pretty fabric, very soft. The only thing is it's white, and getting dirty is very easy. Last time I had the house and these two guys, I just needed to fill up the roof and the inside the windows. I added all this grass and started the border. I realized if I don't do the border now and I leave it at the end, I'm not gonna finish it. Even though it's repetitive, it's a lot of border. So this is the end. It goes up to here. So it's not, I don't have much to go up. The heavy stitching was the house, which I finished it. So this is Brenda Keys, the Red House Sampler. I was watching the 911 stitcher, Stacy, and she's stitching the rowing eyes from Brenda Keys design. That's Going to Church, I believe, is the chart name. I believe I'm gonna start that once I finish this because that is so pretty. But I will do it in a darker color fabric, so I don't have to have the same problem as I do with this one. I also this is a restart. Last year I started this Long Dog Samplers High and Dry. Basically this sampler was out of print, but then it was in a book, I believe, and it came out of print. But 1, 2, 3 Stitch right now prints it on a computer paper, and you can purchase from them. I believe I seen it in Kitten Stitcher's shop too, so it is available, but printed form like this in a computer paper. I took out my old stitches and I restitched. I started middle start, and I am working on 32 count. I'm trying to do a few things at once. Mystic Belfast linen with this floss. It's a DMC floss, but it's more like a pearl cotton number 12. It's a little bit thinner than pearl cotton. You get it as a hang from the Amazon. Long time ago I got it. I cannot remember the floss name. I got the blue one and the white one, so I'm using that floss. I'm also working on my red sampler, Rosewood Manor, Red Rhapsody. The reason I started it, maybe a month or so ago, I saw they released the Blue Rhapsody, and I want to work on that too. But I'm trying to not only purchase charts and keep it pile up, I want to stitch them. So that's why I'm trying to stitch this one. I'm not gonna get the Blue Rhapsody unless I finish the red one. Now I'm working with Silks for You Silks red one. It's from Australia. One of my clips just fell down. I don't want to take it out. I'm working on 38 count legacy linen brewer's melt. Last time I had this line and I had up to R. So from Q and half of this line and all of this is new. I noticed that the Q area, I stitched one extra. I left it a little bit wider, one square wider. So I had to tighten it M and N. But the L is in the right place. So from L, I counted down and everything else is correct. So I have a mistake over here, but I did not want to go take out all of this and restitch them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them for one square, to bring one square this way. But nobody would know if I did not say it. And going down, it's already fixed, so the problem is fixed. But I was kind of upset, but it's okay. It's unique. And it's not a big design. I'll be able to, hope. Oh, I wanted to show, this is one of my gold ones. I did already put 2023. So that this one must finish, at least for me, because I already dated it. I'm trying to put them back because I have too many. I don't want to make a mess. I also work quite a bit on the Garden Glade by Carrie Child Samplings, Kathy Barrick. I had this leaf and the flower in her hand, so I worked on the grass over here and worked on the tree. And I'm working with the Cold for DMC floss. I think the conversion is pretty good for the Carrie Child Sampling. Kathy Berry gives a very good conversions for the floss. It's the cover page. Hair all over. Cover page is stitched with MPI silks, but this one is with the DMC. And this color was my concern because these are the main dominant color for this design, and they're perfect match, at least in the way I'm seeing the picture, sample picture, and I'm looking at mine. They look like a perfect match. So this is Carrie Child Samplings Garden Glade. I'm stitching on 40 count cream linen, not hand dyed. Worked a lot on Blackbird Designs, Strawberry Fields Forever. There is 5 of them. I've only started this one, but I have 4 of the designs. This is a series from the Beatles tour. And the suggested is 32 count Confederate gray linen. That's what I'm working with dye work. I like the color of the Confederate gray. I'm not liking the looseness of the weave, but I got it together. Yeah, Confederate gray. And let me see. I'm using cold for floss, and whatever I don't have cold for, I have changed with my hand dyed floss. The blues over here were gray, so I did change the blues into grays into blues, because I thought it looked the picture looked blue. Love this gate. So last time I had this in the house pot, so I added all the strawberries. I had this wall and the bird, so I added the gate, this wall, all the motifs, strawberries, and brought it all the way up. This is the top of the design, so I have to go this way. Blackbird designs, the strawberry fields. Let me just bring it closer. I guess I'm the last one who's stitching. Everybody else I've been following has stitched this one, and I've been oohing and eyeing, and finally I decided to stitch. I wouldn't say I would still stitch on 32 count, but have I no Wix dye work? This was one of my first fabrics I got at Wix dye work. I would have got 32 count, maybe Picture This Plus or something like that, because the weave, I have to tighten it with the hoop pretty tight for my crosses to look good. Otherwise they look not clean, and I like clean look of the, when I'm putting my X's, I like very tight. I mean, not tight, neat. Okay, let me see. Hands Across the Sea, Thomas. Should have taken out first this one. Card. I'm working, well, I haven't worked, well, this one I have not worked yet. Last time I worked, it was before Halloween. And this is Hands Across the Sea Samplers, Thomas, 1854. I started on 36 count, Mayflower Mocha by XJ Design. This is the fabric tag. So I started middle, I'm going this way. Worked all the way the bird, and I work all up to here. So next time I pick up, I wanna finish this area. And after that, probably I have to work this. So this way I can go either side and do the birds. I want to say this is gonna be one of my goal finishes, because I've been wanting this design to finish for a while, but honestly I think it's not gonna be finished, but I do want to put quite a bit, work on it. Let's see, Thomas, 1854, Hands Across the Sea Samplers. And it's quite a big fabric, so this is a big design. On my kitted parade, you guys gonna see a lot of Hands Across the Sea. Hence I'm trying to justify or try to stitch more Hands Across the Sea, because I end up buying a whole bunch of it last few years, and I don't want to do like Mirabilia, have hundreds of Miras. I want to stitch them too. Another one is What Remains, Blackbird Design. This was exclusive last year, 2022. They released it to everybody, so that's when I got it, even though it says 2020, but it was available to rest of us 2022. And I started in August 14, the same year, last year. I'm working on 40 count Wix dye work, straw linen. The called for is 35 count straw, but I'm glad I'm working with the 40 count, because Wix dye work weave is very loose. I have several Wix dye work. I'm gonna work it up, but I think I like more tighter weave fabrics, although their colors are so pretty. I have put the 2023, so this is my goal, to finish it. And I'm stitching with the called for DMC floss. Love these birds all over. Also, I have kitted up a whole bunch of Blackbird designs. Again, that's the reason I want to finish some, so I don't just start hundreds of Blackbird Designs. I discovered Blackbird Designs Hands Across the Sea more recently, like 4 or 5 years. Before that, I was not aware of, well, I seen it, but I was not aware of it. When I start watching Flosstube and stuff, that's when I appreciated more Hands Across the Sea, Blackbird Design. Before that, more common ones were Prairie Schooler and Miras. I knew about them long time. What else? And Dimensions. And this one is a goal to finish, even though I don't have the date, but I think I want to finish this one. Hands Across the Sea, Mary Snow. I'm the closest to finish, that's why. The ones that I'm making a goal to finish, not because they are my favorite, all of them are my favorites, it's more so they are close. I look which one is closest to finish. That's the one I want to work on the most. And I'm working on 40 count cream linen. Oh my goodness. My clips are flying everywhere. Mary Snow, Hands Across the Sea Sampler. As you can see, I only need this side. Most of it is done. I have to duplicate the swan and duplicate this part, but this is the most stitchy heavy part, which I have done it. This is so cute. Even though it looks Christmassy, I think it's one of those designs I can, once I frame it, here. Once I frame it, I can use, I can just leave it all year. And it's not a big one. This is the end. So I think I'm gonna just frame it and keep it all year round. So this is my Hands Across the Sea goal for this year, to finish Mary Snow. If I can finish another one, that will be bonus, but I think she's the only one who's gonna get finished. Dear Heart by Kathy Barrick. I have started this one. Let me 1 second. Let me just show the picture first. It's not gonna take it. Okay, that's the fabric color. I'm working on 40 count Ancient Newcastle linen by Picture This Plus, and I'm working with DMC floss. I started this on the August. My goal for this one is to make the second flower, and if I can, outline the deer. It's a huge deer. So if I can outline the deer, I can slowly fill it in. This one reminds me of coloring book, like you can outline and just color between the lines. So pretty. Really love this design. And it's not a big one, so I should be able to put some stitches on it, and I'm really enjoying it. I got better with the 40 count. When I start stitching on 40 count, I was newer on the discount of high count fabric, so it slowed me down quite a bit. Since then, I have started hundreds of them on 40 count, so I think I'm more comfortable to stitch on 40 count. This one is not my, well, it is my stitch, it is my project, but the stitching is not done by me. I bought it from eBay from another seller who was selling her mom's, I think her mom passed away the way she explained, and she was selling unfinished cross stitches, and I purchased this one from her. And it's Hack Run, Carriage House Samplings, Maps of Hack Run Hollows. The stitcher started this one on 18 count Ada 2/1. Usually for 18 count I do 1/1, but since the stitcher the previous stitcher started 2/1, I'm gonna continue. Yeah, it's 2 strands. And I was a little bit worried because her stitches go one way, my stitches go different way, but I think it's not gonna show that much. I'm just gonna pick up and stitch because this is a heavy stitching, and the hardest part is this, and it's almost done. I just need a few more and that's it. Mops of Hakuran Hollow. Her stitches are so pretty clean. You can tell the stitcher was professional from neatness of the stitches. She had a very good hand. I hope I can match it. It's really nice stitching. So this one, again, just put some stitches. I have no intention, well, I do want to finish it, but I don't think I can. That's a goal, to finish this one. Blackbird design, Humming of the Bees, and I got it at 2022 market release. I'm working on 40 count light hazelnut linen by Extrude Design with the DMC floss. I was working on it and put quite a bit of stitches. Then holidays come. I love Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and when that season comes, I cannot stitch anything else but the season. Oops. Let me see. This is the color hazelnut. I'm gonna bring it closer. It's gonna wash up the color, but you can see the stitches. There's gonna be the bee thing over here, and this is the end. This was also not a big sampler, very pretty, and I think I can put quite a bit stitches on it. And this is 40 count light hazelnut Extrude Design. This one I have it for a long time. I think it's right about time to stitch. The only reason I haven't worked on it a lot is because when I started it, I started on 32 count Belfast linen. Brenda Keys. Let me see. The title is not on top of the page, so I have to look. Sweet Humility Sampler. Brenda Keys. Oh no, I dropped the picture. It is so pretty, and I'm almost done. Most of it is done. I just need to do this side and bring it up the border. I would say 65% is done. I'm working with from the paper chart. That's what I'm guessing. Look at the house. It's so pretty. She's so adorable. I love her trees. The way she does the people and trees, it's so cute. And those are called for DMC floss. Brenda Keys Design. So this is one of my 2023 finish goals. Also, I have not worked on this for 2 years. Did I start 2020? I think I start 2020. I'm working Picture This Plus 28 count Dwarf Casual Linen, Rosewood Manor Winter Quakers. I finished the Autumn Quaker. I want to start spring and summer, but I'm trying to make myself finish it. It's very pretty. The only thing I'm slowing down is, do you see these tiny snowflakes? I work with the Valdani thread called for. You have to separate them and do the snowflakes one strand, and they break very fast. For the back stitching, for doing this, it breaks, that's why. But I'm thinking, I wish I went back and I done it with the DMC. The snowflakes would have worked better and I would have finished it by now, but because I work with the Valdani, I don't know, I might just go do that. You guys see the snowflakes? More than half is done. Let me see. Believe this is the biggest motif. See? I just need one more row. And the floss variegation, well done, is pretty strong. It's all one color, but look how it changes the color. It's the same floss. I love those cardinals. I need to finish this. It has been not worked on for how many? 2 years. And I want to make the whole set so I can frame them together, and it's gorgeous. So even if it's summertime, I'm gonna make myself work on it. I might just have to do 2023 plans. I have not decided how to do it, but I think I'm gonna do 23 finishes on 2023. Brenda, Handiwork Maniac, did it end of the year, 23. I'll give myself 11 months to finish 23 of them. Elizabeth Isles, Scarlet Letter. This was a stitch along for 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago, for Brenda and Laura, a serial starter. Everybody else finished it, but I am still working on it. I did, in my defense, I did start it later. I was looking everybody's work and I was trying not to, because I cannot finish it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be disappointed, but I end up buying it and not finish it. I don't think the stitch along is going on anymore. Brenda stitch along is going on. I did order that one. Happy birthday, Brenda. I don't think she watches my channel, but if she does, Scarlet Letter again. And I did order it late. I don't have the chart yet, otherwise I would have started on January 16, the new stitch along for the sampler for Brenda's big bash, I believe. That's the hashtag on Instagram. I do want to stitch along, but I'm gonna start the moment I receive it. So if I put this, there's a specialty stitch over here. Once I put down, it's the 50% is done. And this is the heavy stitching part. The other part is all words. So I think once I finish this border, it's visible that I can finish this one too. Also one of my goals to finish this one, because I want to start the other sampler for Brenda's birthday, but I want to first finish this one. I don't want to just pile up everybody's, and I feel bad, you know, if you started with the stitch along and everybody else has finished it, I'm still stitching it 2-3 years later. Feels funny. I am working on Long Dark Samplers, Tyler's Lion. This is a big sampler. I'm working on 25 count, even with 1/1. That's why it looks small. It is, stitch size is 304 by 409. I do want to work at least this block for the year. I have no intention of, well, I do want to finish it, but I don't think I can. And I'm working with the white DMC floss, 1 floss over 1, full crosses. Over here, I have to put the initials, name, and sewed by, so that's why I stopped there. I have not figured out how to do it. And this is the design. This is my copy. I did not run the pattern. Long tack samplers, if you can use it on your iPad, but I have used my paper. I don't know why, even the books, I read paper. I get the digital, but I like reading on the papers. Something about the stitching and stuff. I don't know, old-fashioned way. I guess that's how my grandma taught me. That's how it's comforting for me that I don't use electronics. But eventually, when my eye decides to give up on me entirely, I have to use iPad so I can make it bigger. I started this one, the Carriage House Sampling Farms of Hakran Hollow. And I started this on, just read the stats, 40 count, Newcastle linen, but it doesn't say. I think it's natural Newcastle linen. And I'm using DMC floss. I done all the borders. And I started this corner. I'm gonna do some modifications over here. It says Farms of Hakran Hollow. I'm gonna put Underwood Family Farm. I live in SoCal, Southern California. And those are the farms I used to take my kids all the time to pick strawberries and stuff. And I also, for the borders, instead of making 2 borders, I just done 1. So I eliminated a little bit of stitching like that. My goal is just to finish this one. And I also have the Halloween of Hakran Hollow. That's also on my goals to finish it, but to be fair, I should have finished that last year. I only have a partial last block left. So I think it's, I can finish that one. I've started, I think this was a restart. I have started before, then I did not, fabric was too big. I started it on a smaller fabric, 40 count, light hazelnut extrude design. I restarted on that. And it's called Dreaming of Sunflowers. And I am using DMC floss, called for DMC floss. It's a very small start, so I don't imagine I can finish this, but I want to put at least a few stitches. So pretty, the color of the fabric, far away looks so pretty. It blows up, but I want you guys to see how neat the stitchings look. I have also Dreaming of Tulips. So I don't want to start that one until I finish this. That's why I'm trying to finish one, even if, especially if it's in the same series. I don't want to have all the series started. Elizabeth Furnace 1836 by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. I'm starting from the bottom, going up. This is a new start. And I'm working with Vicky Clayton floss. This is how I'm keeping it, worst way I can, but those are silk flosses. I don't know if it's, this is how it looks like. Those are I got the whole kit, the floss kit from VP Clayton silks, so pretty. And I'm working on the 40 count hazelnut extrude design. This red, it's charted, but I've been looking on Pinterest, on Instagram. People are not stitching the red borders, so I'm gonna go back and take off all the border. And what I'm gonna try to do is stitch, let me see, stitch a little bit of a border, a little bit of a grass, so this way I don't have all the border stitched at the end. This is such a pleasure to stitch, but because I have so many starts, I don't have a lot of time to stitch on each one of them as much as I want, but I'm hoping I will. I'm gonna start a few more hands across the sea samplers. Hopefully I'll finish at least one or two, so I won't feel that bad. I have not worked last year on this one. Like Lila Studio, I heard Lila Studio or Lila Studio, Let Freedom Ring. Starting from here, so I stitched this part and I'm working on the house. So I want to finish this, then I'll go back either up or down, but I want to do the house. 2018 we visited Philly. I have a picture actually next to Liberty Bell. Surprisingly, I thought it would be huge, but it was not. They actually have the carriages with horses over there. You can rent it, and the historic district, they go with the horse and they give you a tour. We took that tour. It was very interesting. So it still exists, these tours, and I seen it, so it's a good memories. I have it. Philly also, if you go a little bit away from the Liberty Bell Museum, Edgar Allan Poe's house, where he lived with his wife and mother-in-law, is there. It was under the construction when I went there, so they did not let us in the house. They were turning into a museum. But if you're going that area to see Liberty Bell, also if you're Edgar Allan Poe's fan, you can go see his house. I do have a picture in front of the construction of his house. They were fixing it, but not inside, which that's what I wanted. So quite a bit done. It's called for floss. A lot of people say the name I forgot. Some people like it, some people don't like the house color floss, but I used it. I'm kind of liking it, even though it has a heavy variegation. Like this area it's pink, this area is reddish. It gives a unique look, old building, you know, over the rain, weathered look on the bricks. Here we go. What I realized also, I don't have too many Americana samplers. What I want to do is start a few patriotic samplers. I love to have more patriotic samplers too, but I don't have it. So this is the only one. Yeah, this is the only one. Excuse me. Only one I have on the go right now that is patriotic. So I need to stitch a few more. This one is third time is the charm. Start. Oh my god, needle. Eve by La Dida. I used to call, well actually I still call Evie, Eve. And I'm stitching on 40 count. Picture this plus Tahoe. With the called for silks, needlepoint silks. First one I stitched on what you call it. First one I stitched on Ada, did not look good. Second time, I think one of my oldest videos I showed it DMC on 18 count Ada after 14 count. I was still not happy then, but I love the design. I did not want to give up on it. So the third time is the charm. I'm stitching with the needlepoint cold for needlepoint silks, which I usually don't do, with 40 count. This is a small one. This is the end, and I think this is the end. So if you look at it, very small. And this is one of those designs that you have to stitch quite a bit before you see the prettiness. I think it says Eve, mother of all creatures. Yeah, I think that's what it says, Eve, mother of all creatures. I like it because usually Eve is with the Adam, but over here she's on her own. One of my favorite ones. Yet sometimes the ones I like a lot, I'm scared more to work on than the ones I'm okay. And this is a recent purchase and recent start. Hands Across the Sea, Margaret Doyley, 1850. And I'm working with the cold 40 count fabric, Fox and Rabbits. Again, I lost the, oh no, I did not. I'm working on 40 count Eureka Linen Fox and Rabbits. And this is exclusive to Kitten Stitcher. And last time I checked, it's still available. I don't know if it's gonna be available all the time, but right now you can get from her shop. Other than that, I'm not sure if it's gonna be released later on or if it stays exclusive to her shop. I finished everything here. So I'm working on the borders, that's it, and writing. But the middle motif is done. She's adorable. And the fabric color has more of that creamy look, but when I bring it close to show the picture, it washes out the fabric color. Hands Across the Sea, and you can purchase this one from the Kitten Stitchers shop. It's an online shop. Most of my stuff I buy online because we don't have I don't have anything close to us LNS wise. Oh, actually this is my other patriotic one, Plum Street Samplers, Heritage Sampler. I have all three of them and I'm gonna stitch them the same fabric, which is 40 count printed Zweigart base vintage country mocha. So again, I'm starting this way. No, actually I'm starting this way. I have done 1/1 flag, so I'm going this way. My goal is to do one side, and if I can do the house and the Lincoln, that would be perfect. I have not worked on it. When did I start this? I started this on the 6th, 2022. So since I started summer, I have not worked on it. I should work a little bit. And I'm working with let me see, cold 4 hand dyed floss. The reason I choose this fabric looks like this. It's a printed fabric. The other side is doesn't have the variegation because I wanted to do all three of them, and they don't change the color dye. There's no, they're this is printed, so if a year later I purchase this kind of fabric, it's gonna have the same variegation, so I wanted them to match, that's why. Yeah. Oh, this one. Another one, haven't worked for a year, maybe more than no, when did I start it? 2019 probably I started it, and I got the whole kit, Owl Forest embroidery, and I got the whole kit with the fabric and everything, and the floss, it's their hand-dyed floss. I love their colors. Oops, excuse me. And the fabric is 32 count even weave. With Owl Forest fabric, floss, and they sent the needle minder with it. Unfortunately, you cannot get the floss or the fabric kit, but you can get the design from the French company on Etsy. It's one very pretty design, and they actually sell separately. You can get like 1, 2, 3. I got all 3 of them together, but you can also purchase, if you like separate design, you can get those separately. You don't need to get all of them at once together, because if you get them together, this is how long it's gonna be. Again, this is Owl Forest embroidery, Atlantic. One of the most ambitious projects I started last year was this. And they sing exemplars designs, exemplars from the heart design, and I start working on 40 count extrude design, Newcastle linen. I think that's what the fabric tag says. So I have worked up to here last year, which is a heavy stitching. This middle is not heavy stitching, and the grass is a beast. So I do wanna work on the middle. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it, but it would be nice to add the middle. Let me see. Really big design. And instead of I use their hand-dyed floss, but some of them, like over here, I changed to silks. Some of this floss I changed to silks. The grass is there called for one dome, and I changed her hair color to bright red, long hair, because for a very long time, my hair usually has been long, but for a long time I colored them red. So I thought I should match to my hair color. Everything up to here is done. Like, I don't need to go back and add anything. I seem finished. They look gorgeous. And just to show how big it is, this is long. I had to get the whole yard so I could have enough fabric for the design. And they sent exemplars from the heart. It is available. I just googled it and one of the shops I saw it, but I have seen exemplars from the heart designs, Kitten Stitcher shop. What else? Surprisingly, not this design, but some other of the exemplars from the Heart Designs, I seen it on the 1 2 3 stitch, which I was surprised myself. From here I am stitching this one, A Sister's Love, and Blackbird design, and it's from this book, A Sister's Love. I am working on 36 count R&R Brenda's Brew, and just a small start. Let me see. It says specialty stitches, so this one you need to stitch on the linen. They are all specialty stitches. Is it showing? Doesn't have a lot of colors, so it's a doable, but it's more autumny color, so I think I'm gonna let this stitch closer to autumn, and I start this on November 1st. Interesting day to start. Yeah, this is more autumny, so I'm gonna, for now, this one is not gonna get attention. Eventually it will. Now, this, I worked on it last time around, but I have not worked. So I finished the inside. Is this the Mandela? Like all of it. I had it 2.5 done. So last time I finished all of this, and I started with the letters YZ. Yeah, this too. So this way now I know what is up, what is down, and I'm working 28 count Helix Lugana fabric. This is the called for fabric. It's very pretty, really big one. But I would say 55% is this Mandela. Rest of it is alphabet and some writing. So heavy stitching is done. And I am stitching with the Cold for Sulkys. Let me see. Yeah, Sulkys floss. It is still available if you go 1 2 3 stitch, and you can buy the whole thing with the floss. That's how I bought it. Where is it? This is how it comes. The only thing is, one of the blues was asking for 4056, but they sent me 4055, which is very close to 1143. It's supposed to be the darkest one, but it's almost the same color. I tried to find 4056. I couldn't. Maybe it was a misprint on the book. Yeah, 4056. So I am stitching 4055, what they sent me from 1 2 3 stitch. But like over here, Z and Y are those two colors, but you can almost not tell the difference. It's okay, it's gonna look like it's the same spool, but I'm not gonna change it. I already done the whole middle of it. But if you wanna pay attention and get the 4056, if they sell it, that will be better. I also wanna work I have 1 2 3 4 5, and I have been working on this one, And if this year I can finish this, I'm gonna skip this. I'll do one of these ones. Carriage House Samplings, The Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm working on 18 count Ada Fabrics by Stephanie. But I'll show you guys what happened. I did not leave myself enough space. That's why I have not been able to stitch. Well, I have been able to stitch, but I kind of disappointing this way. Well, actually, this is the first one. Those are Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I started 2018 this one. So I have not worked for a few years on this design. I finished her, I think a year before. I put few stitches this year. I thought I finished it, but I think over here I still need to do a few more stitches. But would love to finish this one. It is beautiful. I have no idea. Well, one of the framers said they can work with, but I really did not give myself space. Actually, over here too, I don't have a lot of space at the top, but I could have worked a little bit. I don't know how. I thought I counted right. I'm not sure what happens sometimes. Cross stitch counting, it can be hard, but that's okay. And let's see. Almost done. I'm close to finishing. I've shown this about 1,000 times. For some reason, I'm having it's not calling me. I have not worked on it whole year, even though I took it out several times to stitch on it. Blackbird design, Feliz Navidad, and I do love the design. I love it. Don't know why it's not calling me that much. I'm working on 40 count platinum linen, not hand dyed, and I'm using hand dyed floss. Some of them are called for, and whatever I did not have, I used my own stash. I think the alphabet, like each letter is different color. It's very pretty, but I feel finicky, but I'm gonna finish it. When did I start it? I think I started 2020. This is one of the older ones, yet I have not worked on it. Since then I started and finished with other Blackbird designs, yet this one is still here on my pile. And my last one that I worked on it quite a bit, and I'm gonna put it with my samplers, is Teresa Winsler Camelot Sampler. It says sampler. It has writing, so it counts a sampler. I work so each year I'm trying to do something. I have this. I worked 2022. I worked on her, Genevieve. I'm gonna work on Arthur, and this is whole 1/1. So as I'm working on the bigger ones, I need to work on the 1/1 because I don't want to leave it last minute. So far my progress. It's this is worked on 25 count even weave easy guide. Once you wash it, the lines go away. So I worked on her. Her face is 1/1, rest of it is 2/2. This black is 1/1 everything. The border is 1/1 and 2/2. Like I done 2/2 part, all of the border 2/2 part is done. Now I'm going over 1/1. So this is Camelot Sampler, Teresa Winsler. The only, I think, give up will be, I want to restart this one. Did not like the fabric I choose. 25 count, even with 1/1. Nice Plum Stitch Samplers, Miss Bingley Library. Love the design, love everything. And I was using the Cold for Flosses. It's done. The only thing is left is the house. That's why, like, it's almost done. That's why should I just finish it? Then, and I did 1/1 25 count. So it's my hand size, it's tiny. But doing the white house on the white fabric, it's driving me crazy. So this is the only one that I have not worked on it for quite a bit. Let's see if I'm gonna finish it or restart it. Or I can finish it and restart again. Then again, I have so many others I wanna start. Doesn't make sense to restart something that almost done. I don't know. So this is it. All my WIPs, sampler WIPs that I have right now working on. I hope you guys liked it, what I'm working on. If you do, please like, subscribe, and hopefully next time I'll have a better light when I'm recording earlier on the day. But I'll see how it looks like. If it looks okay, I will just download it, because next week I'm gonna be busy. I won't be able to do any videos. Tomorrow morning, if I see I can record the sampler kits, I'll do it. If not, I'll do next time around. All right, thank you so much for watching and your patience. Hope you guys like it, and I wish you guys happy stitching. Until next time, bye.